Hey everyone, welcome to Real Estate with Creative Homes, the podcast where we'll break down Dubai property market in plain language. Today's episode is Ask Your Dubai Property Advisor. I'm Prateek, your real estate agent, coffee addict, and I will be here to help you make smart moves in real estate.
Hi guys, my name is Jiten, your second agent in the house, ready to make the most complicated world of property simple. Today we are going to answer the question, what do I need to do? It's a very basic question, but most important question, what do I need to know before buying a property in Dubai?
So if you've been scrolling through listings on Property Finder, going through all those terms and conditions and prices and wondering what you have gotten yourself into, don't worry. This podcast is going to break it all down for you so you can make your decision without any stress. So let's start with the first question. Can anyone buy property in the Dubai market?
Alright, let's start with the basic. Yes, expat can buy a property. They don't need to be a UAE national or a resident in Dubai. Right, there are some areas called freehold areas wherein you don't need to be a UAE national. Again, a non-UAE national or non-resident can buy a property. Areas like Business Bay, JVC, downtown, some parts of Dubai South, you can buy a property. And when you buy a property there, not only you get full transfer in your name, the title deed gets transferred in your name. You don't need to be worried about it will be a leasehold or you need a sponsorship. It is pretty straightforward.
All right. So you've seen or you've found a property that you like. Now there may be an apartment in Business Bay or maybe a villa which is stuck in Arabian Ranches. What is the buying process for these like?
Okay, here are the step-by-step process for buying a property. Step number 1, set your budget. You just don't go with the price tag. You should know that there is, apart from the price tag of the property, there is a DLD fees, there is a commission involved. If you're going for a mortgage, you have to get a pre-approval to be a smart buyer, to know, first of all, if you're honest to yourself, you set your budget, then you can probably ask your agent or a developer and go in the right direction.
Right.
Step number 2, work with only trusted developer or an agent.
Okay.
Mind you, asking a RERA card to an agent, it's not being rude, it's being smart. You should be in the safe hands.
Okay.
Step number 3, why you're buying a property. Is it for an investment or it's for your personal use? Selection of the property as per your use is very important. If you're buying a property for an investment, you should consider the return on investment.
Right.
How much percentage you're getting. If you're buying a property to use by yourself, your wife, your family, all the box should be ticked.
Right.
So the community feel and other things should be ticked. So these are the first 3 steps what we are talking about. Step number 4, sign of sales agreement. If it is an off plan, you have to pay an initial deposit and sign a sales purchase agreement. And if it is a secondary, you're buying a secondary, there has to be a memorandum of understanding, MOU, with a 10% deposit check unless you complete your full transfer. Step number 5 is register with the Dubai Land Department. This is the process where you get a full security wherein you are in the safe hands with Dubai government. Online processes involved, everything goes through with them. Step number 6, pay the fees. Fees except from DLD fees of 4%, you need to pay 2% agency fee if it is in secondary, and then you move forward to the final step, that is handover. You get your keys, you get the notice. If it is an off-plan, congrats, get the keys, and you complete the formalities by taking the handover letter from the developer. This is as easy as possible, pretty straightforward, nothing to be worried.
All right. A lot of people have asked us this question. What are the hidden fees when you're buying a property in Dubai? I always tell them, if you are asking the right questions, there is nothing really hidden. What do you think about this?
Exactly. Let's break it down. 4% DLD fees, 2% commission. Trustee and admin fees should be around 4,000 to 6,000 depending upon the developer. And then there are service charge, which is normally covered in yearly maintenance bills such as security, cleaning, and other stuff depending upon your building or community. That you should check while buying the property about inquiring about the security charges.
Okay. All right. Let's talk big picture now. before even someone thinks of buying a property, what should they be thinking about?
Yeah, let me then bring very important point for you, whether you're buying property to live in it or invest.
Okay.
Because this decision changes everything.
Okay.
If you're buying a property to live in it, there are so many factors: where you're going to sleep, where you're going to wake up, the community, your location, how far you're living from your office, your travel time, everything. Are you comfortable? Everything, your family would be comfortable. A lot of emotion is involved in it. And when you're buying a property to invest on it, all the emotion goes out. That's when you are becoming a businessman and you think about return on investment.
Right.
So you need to think that strategically, how good return on investment I'll get going forward. Will it be a good return on investment? Will I be able to flip the property at the earliest if I want to sell it early at the earliest? The return on investment should be not less than 7 to 8%. Right. That's what I would recommend. Then another important factor is the financing. If you are an UAE resident, the down payment required when you're going for a mortgage, the bank will ask you only for 20% down payment. However, if you are an expat, you are not an UAE resident, the bank will ask you 50% down payment and give you only 50% mortgage. This could be a reality check when you're buying a property and if you don't know this thing. And lastly, I would always recommend, as I said earlier, work with the registered RERA agent. It's like then only you're in a you're the smart buyer. There is no offense to anybody, but being smart. It's like hiring a lawyer without a license. Does it make sense? No, right? So that's the same way we are following the same path.
Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. So what are some of the most common mistakes that people make when they are entering the Dubai market, when they are buying new or they are new to the Dubai market?
Here we go. One of the biggest mistake is not getting a pre-approved mortgage. You spend a lot of time to find a property, you make your mind, you are there, you have a budget, you have everything mindset. But because the pre-approval loan is not there on table, the seller will never wait for you till the time you get pre-approval. Sometimes you think that it is just 2 days process, but trust me, sometimes it becomes 2 days process becomes 2 weeks. And few other things like talking about the service charges while buying a resale property, you should not be surprised later on.
Okay.
Some of the very small but petty things like parking spaces. When you're buying a resale property, you don't take these things in like count. You will not like your SUV does not fit in the parking wherein there is no space for the parking.
Correct.
So these are some points are small, but are very important. We should be careful when we are buying a secondary unit.
All right, that was your crash course in buying a property in Dubai. If your head is still spinning or you've got your eye on a listing, contact us now, drop your message and we are here for it.
Or send in your question, we might answer that in the next episode. You can also reach us on our Instagram at Creative Homes Real Estate.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Stay smart, ask the right questions, and remember, don't buy blind, buy informed.
We will see you soon on Real Estate with Creative Homes, where real estate gets real and slightly less confusing.